Haha, we're live now. Nobody thought they'd see our mugs this early in the morning. Now, let me go over here and double check on my Facebook. Good morning, Evan. How are you, sir?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a busy past couple days. Oh, yeah, I'm about to change it so everybody can get a peep. I don't know why I got to do this. All right, now we're public. Yeah, been a busy couple days, but I'm up, ready to go. We're talking some a toy maker. Why are we talking about a toy maker at 9 o'clock in the damn morning? Because we're live on Indiegogo. That's why. Did we go live yet? Have we lifted off yet?
I'm trying to figure out that myself. Technology. Clicking on the things.
We're
It
just clicking things
says
until
it's
it
private.
says you're good.
Says it's private still.
Who's?
Uh, on the link that shared here. Oh, there. I see it. I see Otis. I see. Yeah, we're live on yours.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I'm gonna
And
share
it's
this to my feed. I'm
and
gonna
it's
share it.
private or it's
Oh,
public
this
now.
one's public now. Yeah. All right.
Not sure why Facebook does that.
Gonna get this going on the Toy Maker page. Click right here. And
I think I personally have a problem. Here I am. We're getting ready to talk about what's going to be an absolutely amazing film, I believe. And here I am peeping another audition for another movie being filmed here in Ohio. I have a problem. I have no boundaries when it comes to wrestling, apparently.
followers. There we go.
Yeah, we got some people popping in. Good morning, everyone. We got a handful joining us now.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, we are about to launch. I'm about to press the Indiegogo campaign launch right now. Where'd my page go? Oh, there's fun technology. Yeah.
How big is your screen? It looks like you're looking at a movie theater over there as you drop back and
Actually, most of my screens are still in Vegas in storage. Um, So I'm down to one screen right now. Eventually, I'll get my other ones here, but I have like 10.
Good night. Well, you do a lot of music too, so I'm sure that is that part of it.
Yeah, I love having multiple screens, especially for editing. All right, the campaign should be live now. Alrighty, so Otis, how does it feel to be the toy maker?
Um, boy, you threw that one right out there, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's actually really it's a really cool opportunity. When reading the script, the thing I like most about a toy maker, about Jack Kraken in particular, is he to me has this when dealing with people other than real estate shitbags, for lack of a better term. And when he's dealing with his community and the children, he's kind of like that neighborhood grandfather, that grandfatherly Santa Claus kind of guy. He's making all the kids happy and his community. And but you cross that line, you see another side of this grandfather Santa Claus type figure. And I don't know, the way I picture Jack in my head is kind of he has this very, like I said, very pleasant demeanor, and then he turns you into a marionette. I mean, where's the line there? You know, but this is going to be a fantastic film, and the reason there's a couple reasons that I say that. One, there's going to be a lot of action. I mean, anytime you got Mark involved, there's going to be stunts. There's going to be action. It's going to be nonstop, and it's got a great story. You can have blood and guts and just no real foundation or substance to the story and lose me. I need something to hold me in, and a toy maker does. I don't even know if that answered your question. I just went off on a tangent.
I think it does. Yeah, I really enjoyed making this script. It's a little different than my other ones.
Where that was one of the questions I had for you. Where did this whole idea come about? Because it's a pretty, I think, original story. I haven't heard or seen a movie with this particular, story. This is pretty original, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I just thought, I've owned businesses and stuff, and I lost my film school during the pandemic, and that was like the big bad government coming down on me, basically. But I had actually written it a little bit before that, so I can actually relate to the story like quite a bit though now
Hmm.
after losing her film school to the lockdowns, um, and we didn't have a choice. But in this case, Jack and Madison Moon, they're defending their toy store that's been there for a long time, um, from this guy who just wants to level the town and by any means necessary. So he's got sends a bunch of goons out to anyone who doesn't take the money. He's sending in the goons to get rid of them, and but they're just not having it. And,
Let's just say they knocked on the wrong door when it comes to store owners in that, because everybody else, hey, with a lot of money, you can force anybody out of their home, business, or whatever. You strong arm them out of there, and that's what's happening. And but Jack Kraken ain't really laying down so easy.
yeah, and especially when his new apprentice comes along, she's a little crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of these ideas are coming from her little head when
No, very true. That's why I said Jack. He kind of has that grandfather like, just making toys for the children. What could be more benign than that?
yeah,
You
that's all
know,
he wants to do, and he wants to, he's getting older, so he wants to pass his store down to somebody, and he doesn't have anybody except this apprentice to pass it down to, and he can't do that if he's got no store, right? So
exactly. You're talking generations of children that have gotten toys, and that store has made millions of children over the years. Very, very happy kids. And hey, when it comes to profits over people, that's what's basically happening here. We need to put up this to make money, tear down these little mom and pop shops, and we see that all over the place. We see that here in Ohio. I mean, it happens all the time. Big
mhm.
corporations come in, want to tear down. People just lay down and die, and these poor mom and pop stores die. That isn't the case. All these old mom and pop stores needs a Jack Kraken running their shit.
Right,
Because he won't let that happen.
right, yeah, gets a little messy though, but
It does, but hey, to save your business, what lengths will you go to?
yeah,
Um, got a great cast. I briefly mentioned Mark. He was. Hey, good morning, Kaylin. Mark was Mother Trucker in Six Wheels from Hell.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing. Well, I guess my enemy in this, the ultimate enemy of Jack Kraken. Mark is the real estate
That's right. He's
shitbag that's trying to take everything out of this town, run everybody out so he can, I don't know, turn it into a Walmart super center or something, you know?
yeah. He's gonna get to play the bad guy again. Slightly different role this time, but you know he's good at playing the bad guy. He's good at playing good guys too, but he gets to be the bad guy this time.
No, he was great in Six Wheels from Hell. So anybody hasn't seen that, I don't know where you've been. It's good when you can see it on Tubi. Um, and yeah, he's got a small army of henchmen
Yeah.
that we have a great cast filling the shoes of those characters. One, Robert Lasardo, uh, will be um, will be playing. Oh, I can't remember what
Spider.
is
Playing Spider. Yeah.
Spider. Yes, and then we have was it Rashid?
Rashad Evans from the USC. Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing Chains, I believe.
Yep. Yeah.
So a nice little cast setup, man.
We got Lorenzo Yurko. I can never say his last name. But he's done a lot of stunt work on a bunch of big movies with in the past. He's playing Deadeye. We have Audrey Holland is playing Lizzie Bathory. She's gonna have some fun blowing up some cars. We've got Dan McDougal. He's playing the veterinarian. Uh, they don't use doctors in this movie. They go to the vet.
That is the funniest thing, man.
Hey, when you lead a life of crime, you cannot go to the hospital. You know?
No, you can't. You
No,
can't.
you can't. Um, John Potash is playing cowboy. Rudy Ledbetter is one of our 911 operators. And then, of course, we've got a bunch of perks out there for people to purchase their role. As an extra, there's some acting roles still up for grabs. There are, business owners that we need to fill. We need to bring families in. Before it gets all into the horror stuff, it's very wholesome at the beginning of the movie. So we need families, we need kids, all sorts of stuff to be actors, to be extras. And those are all available for perks.
That's a really cool. I did a little video going through all of the perks for a toy maker. One of the ones I really liked was you and your child can, have a small role, maybe with no speaking lines, maybe with a line or two. And
Mm-hmm.
you could be maybe one of the patrons at Kraken Toys. And yeah, so not so much towards, as the movie progresses, maybe not so wholesome for the whole family.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And this is
yes,
pretty wholesome. And then it kind
it goes off the cliff. Yeah.
of goes off the cliff.
But yeah, in the beginning, I mean, what a cool thing to bring your son, your daughter, have them experience something like you may open up a whole new world to them, and maybe they want to pursue it. But at any rate, it would be fun for
Mhm.
you and your kid to hop on set and hang out.
Yeah, and then even in the veterinarian office, we have perks. You can pay for your pet to be in the movie.
You,
Yeah.
you don't see that very often with Indiegogo perks. Yeah, hey, let's get Fluffy in a Toy Maker movie. I mean,
Exactly right. So I just think that's pretty cool because some people don't have kids, and so their pet is their kid.
true,
then they can say, hey, their pet's in a movie. You know.
Yeah.
And I've just actually added another perk last night. This one's never been done by anybody anywhere. But because Mark, our producer, stunt coordinator, and playing our bad guy, um, he won an Emmy for one of his episodes of uh, a football TV show that he did for the NFL. So he is an Emmy award-winning producer. So you can take a picture with Mark and his Emmy as one of our perks now too.
Nice.
Now that's something you will never find anywhere.
I haven't seen that perk anywhere.
That's pretty cool.
And congrats to Mark. I mean,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I mean, it's got to be, one of those things up there at the top of your bucket list, man, to win, to be recognized for, for your talents and whatnot. Uh, that's awesome. And it's also great for us to have somebody like that on your team, man. I mean, he
Yes.
was he was great on the acting side. He was great as Mother Trucker, and I'm pretty sure he did all the stunt coordinating and whatnot with
Yep.
Six Wheels from Hell.
Yeah.
Um,
He did. Well, when we were filming that one, he actually drove to Vegas from Texas at the time. So we did a lot of stunts on that. We set him on fire. He was playing one of the other actors that he actually set on fire, but so he set himself on fire essentially. but but um, but now that we're going to shoot in Texas, where he is,
mhm.
his whole stunt team is there. All of his equipment is there, so we can have way more fun with the stunts this time around. Um, we're going to blow up some cars. We're going to drive an RV or drive a car to the side of an RV, have that explode, and set some people on fire. We're going. I don't know. It's going to be fun.
It's
Yes.
going to be insane, and reading through the script, man. I read it in obviously one sitting. I couldn't put it down. And yes, there's going to be a lot of action, a lot of. It's a great story, as I mentioned. Um, and it's a little bit humorous at times. To me, anyway, I think Jack has a humorous side. I think there's a really cool dynamic between him and Madison. There's a special little bond there, if you will.
Mhm.
But it's going to be a great time filming in Texas, as you mentioned, closer to where Mark and all of his stuff, all of his toys are. um, where at in Texas? Can you tell us anything about filming out there, locations, anything?
Yeah, we did a location scout, and we found some really cool old school um, storefronts, with the glass and stuff like that in
Hmm.
Elgin. So Elgin's my first choice. We're going to go back and we're going to look again. But we also have Bastrop now in the mix, and we have because we just did an event. I just flew to Texas for
Yeah, yeah, I
Mark's
saw
camera
that.
at Bastrop. He had a bunch of celebrities there. He had like a pizza party with one of the actual original Ninja Turtles that played Donatello.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun when we were there, and we did some other events. So I got to meet a lot of amazing people at Bastrop. Stayed at one of their hotels, just amazing. They treated me like an absolute king. It was so good. Um, so we got Bastrop, and then McDade is where his stunt ranch is, and all of those are kind of located really, really close to each other, just kind of like bam, bam, and just outside of Austin, Texas.
No, okay.
Yeah,
Awesome. So, is it just are those the main locations? Those three, pretty much.
yeah. With the with these low budget kind of movies, we try to keep the locations to a minimum. Right? So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I watched some behind the scenes of or the making of Devil's Rejects.
Mhm.
And Rob said the same thing that, if you're looking at the hotel, if you pan to the right, I can't remember right or left, but if you pan to the right, you'll see Spalding's house. You pan to the left, you'll see, something else.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything was right there. And of course, it just logically makes sense. You don't want to be packing everything up and have to drive miles and miles away to get to
Mhm.
to do your next shot. You got everything right there, in the same vicinity. Boom, pack up, go over here, 5 minutes away, shoot. Saves a lot of time, a lot of money for sure.
Yeah, we've kept it simple. We have, you know, there'll be the toy store, there'll be the workshop uh, where all the making of the human marionettes takes place, and then there's going to be a hospital and the veterinarian's office and his cabin. That's really about it. There's not much,
Yeah,
just a few locations. If making these low budget movies, you kind of got to keep it
you
keep
got
it
to
on
keep
the
it
down low for
simple,
you.
man. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Financially, you got to keep it simple.
Mhm.
Um, When are you looking to fire up cameras? Do you have a projected date? Is it all depending right now? I know it's probably a question you can't answer because you got to see how the Indiegogo goes. You got to see how if you're working on investors or however you're doing things, behind the scenes financially.
Mhm.
Do you have any idea of when you would like to? I know that's not going to correlate with when it actually happens, but when
Right.
would you like to unpack the cameras and fire them bad boys up?
Well, we're talking with a couple of the people that have contributed to our um, previous Indiegogo, and um, they're working on some other ones right now too. A lot of them are going to camera in July, or here, or there, or there. So I kind of have to work around everyone else's schedule
Sure.
to make sure we can get this done. Um, so my guess is the summer, maybe just after summer. Um, I know the Mahal brothers love those guys. They've got a movie coming out in July, so that kind of a lot of those our people won't be available for that. So I'll
Hmm.
have to kind of wait until after that one's done wrapping. So,
Awesome.
so yeah, so it's still up in the air. I
Yeah.
have to Robert Lasordo again get his availability in the other actors. So,
Yeah, there's I'm hoping to be working with Lissardo again on a project, Hell's Gate.
Hell's Gate, yeah.
Yeah, that just went out, filmed the proof of concept for that up in New York. Are you do you do things like that as a director, proof of concepts and things like that? Or do you just kind of rely on word of mouth and nice little teaser trailer to pique people's interest?
Um, Occasionally, but right now we just did this one with AI. I've been
Yeah,
perfecting AI for myself. I've been making music videos for my. I used to sing in a band called Yeah Whatever up in Canada for years, and we did a lot of music for movies and TV shows and stuff. Um, but that I'm not with the band anymore. We still talk all the time and stuff. But now I've just thrown my voice into AI, and then now I'm making AI music videos where it can actually looks like me now and sounds like me, and I can make it sing. And it's a little limited still, the technology, but it's getting there. Um, so yeah, when it comes to AI, I think it's going to be great for the independent filmmaker to do concept trailers, to do Indiegogo images
yeah,
that look absolutely amazing. It saves you a lot of money in the beginning when a lot of filmmakers don't have anybody to put those concept trailers together and stuff.
yep.
In Hollywood, I think it's going to replace some jobs, but I think people in Hollywood are smart. They're going to learn the AI, and they're going to just shift their focus away from doing some things by hand. They're going to go do it with AI, and they'll
Mhm.
keep their job. That's what at least that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a double-edged sword, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at, I see it the same way as like robotics in the workplace. In my current job, there's a lot of robotics going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I work at a Crocs distribution. Yeah, Crocs, them fucking things.
Nice.
They got robots that are doing what
Mm-hmm.
people could be doing. So yeah, on one side you could say, people could be doing that and making money, and on the other side they're like, production is up because these robots are bop, 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 doing it more accurately. So I kind of see it
Yeah.
as the same thing with AI. It can be great for independent films.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see here in just a few minutes the little Indiegogo trailer promoting the Indiegogo that you put together, all AI, and I think it looks great. I'm sure it saves a lot of time. It saves a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a good proof of concept trailers is not cheap. I was just, like I said, involved in one. I don't know the cost or anything. That's not
Mm-hmm.
my dog's not in that fight. Um, so yeah, it
Yeah.
makes it a lot easier for the independent 9 to 5 filmmaker.
Yeah. But when we shoot, practical.
All practical,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
All practical, unless we need some visual effects here and there. But I still prefer the old school.
Oh yeah, yeah. Same, same. I got some fake blood sprayed on me 2 days ago, so that made my week.
Nice.
Um, Speaking of practical effects, do you have anybody lined up for the special effects part of a toy maker?
Mark has some people. I still need to meet some of them. He's got a whole bunch of team out there in Texas that he's been working with. Because he's, since Six Wheels from Hell, he's worked on a ton of different movies with different people. He's acted in a bunch. Um, yeah, so he's got a good team out there. Uh,
Sweet,
yeah.
awesome. How long do you think it's good? How long would it take, or does it take, an independent filmmaker such as yourself to make something like a toy maker, given what's involved in all of that?
Um, well, we'll go down to Texas ahead of time and prep probably for a month or so. And then, um, well, we shot Six Wheels from Hell in 8 days,
Wow,
8.5. That's, I was able to schedule the hell out of it and get everyone there when I needed them to and everything. I was the first AD and I was the director on that one. Did props and set deck too. And I used to be a prop master, and we would have to drive around the city of Vancouver forever trying to find one prop. It would take all day to find one thing. And but now with Amazon Prime,
it's right at your
oh,
fingertips.
it's
Yeah.
right at your fingertips. So that was the first movie I was actually able to use Amazon Prime to just do buy all the props for my movie and have them like show up at my door instead of spending weeks and weeks and weeks trying to find everything, right? So
Yeah.
in the old days. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. A toy maker, if you're just joining us, Indiegogo live right now. Went live 30 minutes ago. Um, we could really use your help. We appreciate anything that anybody can contribute. A lot of great perks over there. Go check it out. If it's something that you want to get behind, and I think you will want to get behind. It's a pretty original story. I mean, what do you got to lose with a movie where an old guy turns all these young punks into human marionettes? I mean, what else do you need? A great concept, a great story. this is something I encourage everyone to get behind. If you can't donate financially, things are tough. All up there north, all down here in the States. The next best thing you can do is share this everywhere. Make sure everyone you know, when they get on Facebook, on their feed, is a toy maker somewhere. Get it in front of everybody. And let's make this thing happen.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. I know I had some other things I wanted to talk about.
I'm gonna share the link right now in your the comments on your page there. There it is.
Looking. No, Kaylin was in, but she had to take off. I'm going over to my page now. We do a little sharing. Sharon's Karen.
Yeah, and if we can be successful with this film, that opens up us to do a bunch more. Like I want to go do a zombie western in in Texas too. That would be so
That'd
much
be
fun.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't written that one yet, but I'm going to. I think I've got like 13 other films ready to go, but once I got the zombie western idea, I'm like, oh, that'd be so much fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's see, what are the other ones want to do? We've got actually Mark and I wrote a film together. This was all his ideas. He just got me to write it for him. Called A West Wolf Story. We want to do that one day. That's about a child that's found after a robbery by a native tribe. But one of the natives in the one of the Navajo is actually a werewolf, and the kid gets scratched during the kind of robbery, and he grows up and becomes a werewolf. But he's raised by the tribe, and then you know, vicious gang comes to town as part of the railroad. They're trying to wipe out the natives so they can put the railroad through, and then he ends up, defending them as a werewolf. So that's another one we want to do one day called the Werewolf Story. We got Cybrid Wasteland we want to do. That one's going to need a bigger budget though. That's like human animal hybrids, post-apocalyptic wasteland. There's hogs on hogs. They're like human biker gang called this swine crew, and there's like five different uh, gangs in that one. The Nobodies, which is the leader of that gang. Um, Michael Ocheleno wants to play that actually, but he's got a giant drill for a hand, and
That's some Mad Max shit right there.
oh yeah, yeah, and just trying to think. It's been a while since I've talked about that script. I've got like a giant panda bear with like chains around his neck. He's a leader of kind of the hybrids. Um, there's the Wastelanders, which is like an all-female crew, um, and a couple other ones. And that, oh man, that one's really fun. That one's gonna need a bigger budget though. Eventually, when we do that one, got another one called Viral Path. Absent to Viral Path. She's a sadistic YouTuber who kind of this goes into this other YouTuber's live stream while they're doing this like stunt challenge, and she ends up taking it over, kills the YouTuber, and then makes all the people do all these crazy stunts. But if you lose the stunt, you die. So like and they're streaming this all live, at the same time. So it's a crazy little story, and I thought that would be great for Mark because it would be all stunts like the whole time. Right?
Yeah, he'd be in heaven.
Yeah, Dead by Dawn. That would be the cowboy western that I still need to write. I've got Hell Hotel, which is a couple gets tricked by the devil himself, who's running this hotel, but on the sixth floor. Um, the people are tricked into running this hotel, but they have to sacrifice 6 souls a week through the door at the end of the hall on the sixth floor. And if they don't, they will go to hell themselves. So that one will be a lot of fun.
Hmm.
That one I was originally thinking about filming in Vegas because they have this really gothic hotel there. It's been bought, and I think they renovated it all though. So I'm like, I might have to shoot it somewhere else. But
Yeah.
then I've got Zombabies, but that one I want animatronic zombie babies. And so that one would be a lot of fun to make too. Little zombie babies running around and everything. Right?
Nightmare fuel, to say the least.
Oh yeah, that one's like a zombie outbreak happens when this woman is in the hospital. She's pregnant, um, and but her roommates are these like three badass grandmas, and so they have to escape 13 floors of this hospital during the zombie thing. So it's her and these grandmas fighting these like kids and there's adult zombies and everything too because I did not want to kill any zombie babies, right? Because they're babies, right? So
Right.
there's ways around that. And then so there's older zombies too and stuff like that. And then at the same time, her boyfriend is trying to save her, and he's a prop master working on a zombie movie at the same time. So he has this like post-apocalyptic zombie like truck and stuff that he's using, and the props from the movie, the fake movie, to like save her, but she's the hero of the movie, not him, right? Like it's all about her. I got a Vampire in Vegas, which is like a vampire horror comedy. Um, I don't know. I think somebody like Pauly Shore or something would be great for that one. I don't know why. I know he's still doing movies. He was living in Vegas for a little while there. Um, yeah, it's and then this one would cost a lot of money to do, but it's a Viking musical. It's a weird thing, but
That's you just don't hear them two words together really at all going through the course. That is, I think, I'm 52 years old, and that is the first time I have ever heard Viking musical. I am so fucking
yeah,
intrigued right now. I can't sing worth a fuck, but
yeah. So
uh,
there is a singer named Peyton Parrish, and he makes the most badass Viking music. Like it's very original. Some of it's really rock, but some of it is just like Viking, 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 right? Um, so it wouldn't be cheesy. It would be badass horror musical with like amazing, amazing music, right? So I was thinking about maybe putting it together with AI
mhm.
as like a concept for it, and then approaching Peyton and seeing if he would be interested in it. Because I did write it based on his music. If for some reason it didn't work out, I would just rewrite the music with my own lyrics and stuff. But yeah, that would be pretty cool.
That
Then,
would be cool.
and then another one I haven't really. Well, I think I'm only 10 pages into it, but like a roller derby zombie movie too, with the schoolgirl kind of on roller skates with a chainsaw going around killing zombies. That would be so much fun too. So
Again, roller derby. Those two words right here, you don't hear anymore, man.
I know it's a lost art. There's we just went to a roller derby thing out here in Orlando
Oh shit.
a few months ago. It's still going. It's on flat track, so it's in like a school gymnasium, that kind of thing right now. But
Oh, they
they're
didn't
keeping
have
it
the
alive.
incline tracks.
Oh yeah, in like 70s and 80s when they would like
Yeah.
body check each other off the
Oh,
side.
dude, go
They,
with the fucking elbows and shit, try to
yeah,
pass somebody. That was some rough shit right there.
yeah,
That'd be awesome to have a roller derby horror movie. Chicks riding around with chainsaws on roller skates. Doesn't get much better than that.
yeah.
You
Oh,
got ideas like just popping out of your like you got mental diarrhea.
something
It's
like
just
that.
all flying out, just one project after another. Either you want to write, you've gotten some rid, it's a future plan, or whatever, man. That's awesome.
I actually just got a message from Brandon Peterson. He is one of our producers, and he played one of the gas station attendants in Six Wheels from Hell. He's in Thailand. Yeah, he's going to talk to his cousin about maybe throwing some money at the movie. And he just actually hiked to the top of Erawan Falls in Thailand, and that is actually in another movie that I wrote that me and him want to do in Thailand one day. Um, it's kind of like that old movie Rat Race, um,
Hmm.
where they're kind of an eccentric billionaire hides a bunch of treasure in a certain place, and they all have different teams, and they all have to go kind of find it or whatever.
Hmm.
But in this case, they're kind of these down and out of luck people that they find who really need money. They're kind of all working together, but sabotaging each other along the way, and bad things happen. But they actually have to go find this treasure. But what the guy doesn't tell them is it's actually a cursed treasure, and a lot of people have died trying to find this. And then there's also a protector of the treasure, and they have a mythical creature there too, who protects the treasure, kind of like this dragon kind of thing. It's in Thailand, folklore and
Hmm.
whatnot,
Hmm.
and so that's another one we want to go do in Thailand. I haven't gotten titled for that one yet,
All
but
right.
that would be a lot of fun to do that one. So one day, me and Brandon will make that movie. That would be
They all sound like a blast, and seeing Six Wheels from Hell, I know what you guys can do and the quality of a final project that you guys have put out in the past. Um, so that makes me even more excited to play Jack Kraken and all the things that I've read in that script, different methods of kills, and just it's going to be fun. I think it'll be the first because you can always you could probably call this action horror type deal because there is a lot of action in this.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, action horror. I always, for the most part, most of my movies I throw in a little comedy.
Oh
There's,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
there's a few that didn't need the comedy, so I didn't put it in there. I didn't force anything. But I don't know. I don't like to take it too seriously. I like to have fun, somewhere
Sure.
out there. And a lot of my movies, if the actors want to improv a little bit, that's as long as it doesn't stray from the story and it fits the story and it's funny, whatever. Then yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from pretty much, you know, any director that I've worked with. Yeah, if how I wrote it doesn't sound like how you would say it, or it doesn't sound genuine, it'll sound fake coming from you. Just switch up the words a little bit. As long as you're driving home the point that's in that particular line or that dialogue that you're going through. As long as you keep to that point, just maybe add a little bit, here and there. Yeah. And I like that because I do think that it comes off genuine. You're not you take away not trying to remember verbatim specific lines where if you know the point of what's being said, hey, you can get that point across in a very effective way. I did a lot of little bit improving on Wednesday, doing
Mm-hmm.
the proof of concept. There's a little hangout area where we're all hanging out, talking. There's no lines, and it turned out great. It was everybody was very convincing. It was easy to be in character when you just have to come up with things. I'm doing a found footage werewolf movie, which you don't see a lot of. That's
Oh, cool.
really cool. I think we need more werewolf movies.
I think so. Yeah.
I do too. That's again another lost art. Um, and that's all improv.
Mm-hmm.
We have a basic, okay, we want your guy to talk about XYZ. How you do it, it's up to you. That's pretty exciting. Um, it's pretty also I'm sure it's gonna be pretty tough. Good morning, Melanie. Good morning, John. John Campbell Hammond is the grandson of John Campbell, who wrote, oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of the book. John, put the name of the book that your grandfather wrote. Anyway, this book turned into The Thing.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
his grandfather, pretty much wrote the story of The Thing.
Okay.
I cannot remember. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. But let me know, John, when you get a chance, because I cannot think of it. Yeah, but his book was taken. Oh, Who Goes There?
Who goes?
Thank you, John. Who Goes There got turned into the movie The Thing.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, so really cool. John also does a little bit of acting on the side. I've seen him posting things about some projects he was working on a year or so ago. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
um, what is there anything about a toy maker um, that stands alone from your other projects?
Ooh, this one is probably one of the goriest ones that we've done.
Really?
Yeah. Well, in order to make human marionettes, you kind of have to
There's gonna,
glorify
yeah,
them a little bit.
exactly, yeah. How many
you know.
gallons of blood do you think you're gonna need?
Oh, a lot. All of it. Just bring it
Every
all.
last drop of it, yeah.
Bring it all. Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely going to be one of our goriest ones, I think. Six Wheels from Hell was a lot of fun. There's a little bit of gore in there, but wasn't too much. Right? So this one definitely going to need a lot of
Did
that.
you make
Quentin
all the
Tarantino.
yeah, right, right. Did you make all the casting choices?
Well, we had a previous Indiegogo, and then in the past we did have a different toy maker after he passed away, and then I moved across the country, so we just had to delay the project. When I moved across the country, it just like man, it cost 10 times more than it should have,
Yeah.
and I ended up in a hotel for like 2 months, um, just trying to get into a place. And of course, I spent a lot of money on that hotel and stuff like that. So we
Hmm.
just had to delay the project for a little bit. But now it's back on track. So in the previous campaign, we had, let's see, Audrey and Dan McDougall, John Potash, and Rudy Ledbetter. They all contributed to get their roles in the film. And of course, we asked Robert Lasordo and we asked Rashad Evans. And of course, Mark is producing it, so he's also going to act in it. And he's the stunt coordinator and things like that. And he did such a good job in Six Wheels from Hell, so all the confidence in him. And he just looks like the businessman. He's just like,
No, yeah, it kind of does.
yeah,
I think that
mhm,
all of the uh, cast that you have on board really goes. I mean, is look wise really fit. Uh,
oh, absolutely.
for Spider, for Chains. I mean, the vision that you had that you put in the Indiegogo trailer,
Mhm.
you nailed it with the actor
I think
or actress. I mean that was perfect.
mm,
I guess even myself, it all kind of
all coming
worked
together.
out.
Yep.
Robert seems like a really good guy. I want to sit down and talk with Robert sometime about the Manson family. He is huge into that, and
Yeah, just
I have been too for years.
not sure if he's got a project going on it or something. I've been seeing more and more on his page about it. So yeah.
Yeah, I seen. I think in American Trash, his one that he directed and starred in.
Yeah.
That just premiered. I want to say a couple weeks ago. Um, and that had some Manson. He was actually right there on the site of where the old Spawn Ranch used to be, and
He
and the
filmed,
infamous
yeah.
cave picture.
Didn't he film somewhere around there too or something too?
Yeah, yeah, and he's done a couple short little videos outside of the movie, just walking around, showing where the Spawn Ranch was. The infamous picture of the family members sitting there at the cave,
Mm-hmm.
sitting on the rock. He showed where that was, so it was really interesting to see how things look now. They burnt the ranch down after all this happened. But yeah, he is huge in it. Like I said, I think his film American Trash. Go check that out. He directed and also acted in it. So
Mm-hmm.
good stuff there. I look forward to working with them on this project as well as Hell's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
So good stuff, man. And Rashad, how'd you get in contact with him?
Through Mark. Um,
Oh, okay.
I think I'm not sure if they trained together at some point or something, but it's something along those lines.
Hmm.
So they've known each other for quite a while.
Oh, okay. So
He's
that was an easy. Were these guys Robert and Rashad and Potash? All of those. What was their reaction after they read the script when you offered maybe a role to them? What was their reaction?
they were pretty excited about it. Yeah, they were getting the same kind of reaction from everybody who reads it. I'm always like, be totally honest with me. Tell me if it sucks or not, right? And then they're all like, no, they love it. So,
That's awesome. Yeah,
yeah.
that's good stuff. There. Now, do you plan on? I know working with other projects and seeing how much the script changes from pre-production to actual filming day. It's just
Mhm.
part of it. You come up with an idea, you need to change things around. Is that the process you're in right now with a toy maker, or what you have is the final and you're not touching it?
Um, I mean, it's the foundation is there. It's pretty solid. But as we go, depending on, when you add crowdfunding into the mix, it changes things a little bit, because you may have somebody that contributes a large amount and you write them a new role, so you add.
Right, yeah.
So originally, Chains wasn't in the movie, but we added him as soon as Mark says, "Hey, I've got UFC champion legend Rashad Evan wants to be in the film." So we're like, "All right, I will write him a role," and so we did. We
Yeah.
added him in there, and so that's what I'm excited about the next project too. After this one, like if we decide to go. I got another one. It's kind of a Saw but casino games. That's like Royal Flush Casino. That one we can do for like so cheap. So we might definitely
Royal Flesh.
casino. Yeah.
That's great.
So because of the crowdfunding thing, the next one I actually write, I'm going to write it a little bit different. I'm going to write it specifically for crowdfunding because I just think if we do the zombie western one, so many people would just want to be zombies, right? We just
Oh
make
yeah.
that'd be amazing, and we just make those like super cheap, so everyone could just come on, get a bunch of zombies on sets and cowboys and whatnot, and you know. So yeah, I think it's the next one I write. It's going to be a little bit different because it's you know specifically tailored for crowdfunding. I think.
Nice.
So,
Nice. Um,
but this one, yeah, it'll evolve as more people contribute over the campaign time, right? So
any any thoughts? Is a toy maker just a one and done story, or have any of the projects that you have going on? Do you even think of okay, this could be a sequel, and you write it, let's say open ended, to where you can build off of that? Do you write a script like that, or you're just like okay, one and done? This is just a standalone film.
um, there's well, let's see. Six Wheels from Hell is open ended for a prequel and a sequel. Um,
Right.
Toy Mate and Mark really wants to do that. He wants to build a new truck. You know, a Toy Maker is open ended as well, so it could go on. Um,
Is that how you plan to write both of those, or it just happened that way?
it just kind of happened that way, but sometimes if a movie's so good, it doesn't need a sequel, um,
Exactly.
right? And I've got like 13 other completely different ideas ready to go do all those. But I'm bringing Terrifier back into the mix again. But when they wrote Terrifier, they never thought they'd be doing like five of them or six of them, but now they are because everyone loves them and the movies are doing so well, right? So
Yeah, yeah. John Carpenter, I think he said one time that, nobody that worked on Halloween ever had, they didn't even think the movie was going to, be any good.
yeah,
And their reviews weren't any good. And it's a
yeah,
fucking classic. You can't talk about fall or the holiday Halloween without mentioning Michael Myers, and so many others, and all of them.
and
I
now they
do
made
like
58 of them, right? So,
exactly, and it gets a little redundant after a while,
yeah.
Um, I actually love the fact that Six Wheels from Hell is open ended. I like the fact because I want to see more Mother Trucker. If
Mhm.
nobody knows what I'm talking about, you need to get your ass over there to Tubi and check it out. Um, yeah, that's I like open ended. It's especially
So because you never know,
yeah, you never know, and people may really like specific characters and want to see them uh, in another like a sequel
Mhm.
to these movies that they like so much. Um, hopefully, people and I think they will. People enjoy the Toy Maker or
Mhm.
a Toy Maker.
Yeah,
Um, I think people's gonna want to see more, just like Six Wheels from Hell. His Mother Trucker's funny. I
yeah,
dig him. He's one of those villains like Otis Driftwood and
Mhm.
Devil's Rejects. He's he's got some humor and he's got that vicious side.
yeah,
Um, and I like that character. Yeah.
yeah. We had a lot of fun making Six Wheels from Hell, and Yeah, we, we, I like to say that that movie is psychologically damaging to some people. Those poor teenagers in that movie. He's just cracking jokes while they're like terrified.
Exactly, and I love that, man. I really do. That is that's hilarious. I don't I have a dark sense of humor. I blame um mental illness on my dark sense of humor, but
Yeah, my
and,
sense of humor's gotten darker and darker as I get older and older.
yeah, and that's what you get from Mother Trucker. Like you said, he is and the jokes and the little games that he plays. The one sandwich, the one hamburger scene. Uh, he just messes with that poor girl so bad. Um,
Yep, psychologically damaging.
yeah, I mean, and it's easy to put yourself in their position. Um, because it's a crazy world out there, and you never know. There's a lot of psychopaths out there, and Mother Trucker is definitely one of them.
Yep.
A very different, atmosphere because in a toy maker because Jack Kraken isn't the bad guy, although he can be a pretty vicious dude when you threaten his past. There's been generations of this. He grew up into this.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
now,
I mean, he's just on the verge of retiring soon and lived
yeah,
a life of just providing all these toys, old wooden toys for kids for generations, and this real estate mogul comes along to take it all away from future generations, and he's just not having it.
hey, he tried to be nice about it.
Tried to be nice, yeah.
He tried to say, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Hmm.
But yeah, this real estate mogul is not taking no for an answer,
Hmm.
and he gets his henchmen involved.
Hmm.
Uh, that was a poor mistake.
Yeah.
They let's just say they underestimate an old toy maker
Hmm.
as a pushover,
Hmm. And
and
and I think you were born for that role. I mean, you are my vision. You are alive in my head. You're right there in front of me.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome, because
yeah.
and I was a little apprehensive when I started acting because of my look and how kind of specific
Uh-huh.
of a role it would need. Every single role I've gotten so far has been because of either my hair, beard, or both.
Right. Well,
Every single one.
your demeanor too, right? Because you've got that, you know, kind, gentle side, and then occasionally I've seen your anger come out with some Facebook stuff, and I'm like, there it is. There's Jack Kraken. He's right there.
Hey, you can
Be able to
only
say
push
both of us.
somebody too far.
Yeah, on occasion. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I put some stuff on my Facebook. I probably shouldn't. Once in a while, I've had so many restrictions and bans, and I, I probably have a record for 90-day bans on Facebook. Actually, but
Well, that's something to be proud of. I
yeah,
mean, if you're gonna do something, do it right.
you're right. I'm surprised
I
I
mean,
still
don't
have nothing.
half-ass anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I just say what's on my mind sometimes, and sometimes
Same.
people don't like that.
Yeah,
So
it
it is what
is
it
what
is.
it is. It is what it is, man.
Yes,
That's all I can say. You know, just living your life, trying to, stay away from the drama and all the BS, and that's exactly how Mr. Jack Kraken wants to live his life, man. Just
sir.
let me, find somebody to take over Kraken Toys
Mhm.
and so he can retire. He can live a nice life in retirement, knowing that tradition of making toys in that town, in that community, will carry on. And that's what's important to him, that these children can still come in and look at all the toys, handcrafted, mind you. Um, and now, not only are you taking away Jack's past, but you're also taking away from all the children,
That's right.
future, past children that went to this store when, or adults when they went to this store when they were children. You're taking all of that away, and again, Jack is not having it, and it's going to be so exciting. Um, As I mentioned to you, my wife kind of peeped the script a little bit, and she can't fucking wait. This is probably the most excited I've seen her about a project that I've had. Uh, yeah, she really likes it. Good morning. Where? Come on, show it. Uh-oh, there we go. Good morning, Lisa. Um,
Hey, Lisa. How are you?
Good times again if you're just joining us. A Toy Maker Indiegogo live now, went live about an hour ago. Again, if you cannot contribute financially, the next best thing you can do is share it far and wide, and let everyone know a Toy Maker is here to protect all of the little kids, to make sure they have toys to play with. It's like the neighborhood Santa Claus, man. Santa Claus 24 hours a day,
Yeah.
365 days a year, man. He's making toys, and good stuff. So Indiegogo live right now. We've been here talking about past projects with Evan and Mark, who's going to be in charge of stunts, and also playing the real estate mogul. We mentioned Robert Lusardo playing one of the henchmen, Spider. We have Rashad. Is it
Rashad.
Rashad?
Rashad.
Rashad.
Yeah.
Uh, Ex MMA fighter. Anybody who follows, UFC, MMA, probably know exactly who I'm talking about. I don't, but I looked him up, and now I got a little info on him, so now I understand. Um, John Potash, or is it Tosh
Por- Potash, huh?
Potash? I don't know.
Potash.
Well, he can correct this way, if
Yeah,
he's
when we get to set, he can set us straight.
yeah. So a lot of names that I know people are gonna recognize. And
Mhm.
if you like their work, um, hopefully you'll think about the great perks. You can get your pets involved. I don't think I've ever seen um,
Yeah.
a perk like that, where you're bringing your pet to the set to be in a veterinarian scene. You can bring your child in to be a part of the toy maker shop, and the family oriented part of the movie, which, well,
Mhm.
doesn't last very long.
It's all good. Yeah. Yeah.
It kind of jumps right in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, there's digital copies of the script, T-shirts. Let's see what we got here. Signed directors by me, or signed director. I signed myself apparently. DVDs by me or Blu-rays. Um, Hoodies.
Sweatshirts. You got some clothing apparel going on there.
Got here. You can get a marionette from the movie, like a on-screen prop. We have mystery boxes with mystery items. Um, Signed posters by me. Cast your kids in the movie as an extra or actors. If you have a band, uh, you can throw us a little bit of cash and then send us your band T-shirt, and then the Madison Moon character will wear it in the movie. Sign directors, or no, just director's chair. You can get your art in the movies. If you're in the movie, you can sign up, and then you can get some footage from us for your demo reel. Put your pet in the movie in the
You do
veterinarian
some
process.
product placement.
Yeah,
You company.
yeah. Oh,
There
flying
we
oil.
go.
Yeah. You can actually learn level one stunts from Emmy Award winning producer Mark.
This is a good one we haven't mentioned
Okay.
yet.
Yeah. So he will. You go up before we make the movie. Of course, you arrange a time with Mark, and he can teach you level one stunts, and then you can do a stunt in the movie or precision driving. That's a fun one too because we're going to do some car stunts in the movie as well. Crash some cars, blow some cars up. Um, let's see what else we got here. Be an associate producer, voiceover. If you can't be in town or you're on the other side of the world, you could be one of our 911 operators. We need a couple of them. Uh, if you can't make it on set, we could feature your face in a magazine cover that Jack Kraken is reading behind the counter, and we'll do a close up on that, and you'll be in the movie, even if you're in England. You could be the toy maker's wife in the movie. Let's see. You can get your headshots from our professional photographer on set. We have different packages depending on how many kids you have if you want to put them in the movie. Uh, we can guarantee that you're going to be in the trailer. I used to be a prop master, so one of the fun things that I would do all the time is make fake labels for beer bottles and soda cans and things like that. So we can actually make your face, put it on a beer bottle, make a fake brand featuring you. If that's something you can't make it on set, but we'll put your face on a beer bottle and we'll put you in the movie, right? Or a soda can or a pack of smokes. Um, we need to cast somebody for Brenda, the assistant of our bad guy. We can add some more goons in there and kill you off in very fun ways. Let's see, family stuff, family stuff. Um, you can act with a celebrity. Um, so you'd be acting with
Yes,
Mark
Tim.
or
A lot of cool
or
stuff.
Robert Sordo or yeah, one of our celebrities. You'd be acting with them. You could get wardrobe from the movie, and this is something I don't think anybody's done before either. Is you could come on set all day, sit beside me, have your own kind of director's chair, and kind of shadow me for the day, and then I'll let you direct a scene as well.
Mm.
Now this one, I don't know, could be interesting. I don't know if anyone will claim this one, but if you want to hang out with me and my son at Disney or in Magic Kingdom in Orlando, because that's where I'm living right now for a day. You can come hang out and I'll be your tour guide to Magic Kingdom. You can be an executive producer. You can uh, be a lead goon. I will actually write you a brand new role for that one if anyone picks that one. And then the biggest one of all is you can actually. This one's a little pricey, but if you want to make a movie with us in the future, start to finish, plus you'll have all the perks from this one. And that one, we can make a future movie together, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. If one of those perks don't grab you, I
Mhm.
don't know what's wrong with you. Um, Physical media, I'm a big fan of. I like having, DVDs and things like that. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are big into physical copies,
Yeah.
as I am. Memorabilia, posters, things like that, especially. Um, that would, I love that stuff, and I know there's people out there that love it too. Such great perks, original. If you ever wanted to get into making a movie, the one where you shadow the director here, Evan, and learn some ins and outs, and direct a scene, which is really cool, because then once you get the DVD perk or the Blu-ray perk, you can show all your friends. You see that scene right there? I
Oh
was
yeah,
the
you
director.
you get second unit director credit too. So,
That's awesome. So if you're looking to build up that resume because you're getting started in the indie film industry, there you go. That
yeah.
perk is for you.
Did you want to play the trailer? The campaign?
Absolutely. For those who have not seen this, check this out. This is again all made with AI. You said you were, been working with AI, and I think this turned out great. Check this out. A
Yeah,
toy maker.
just for the concept.
A Toy Maker will be produced by Evan Allen, the director of Six Wheels from Hell, Emmy-winning producer, actor, and stunt coordinator Mark Anthony Baca. A toy maker and his crazy new apprentice have to fend off an evil real estate mogul from forcing them out of their toy store. Jack Kraken and Madison Moon defend the entire town and fend off Damien's goons by turning them into human marionettes. A Toy Maker will star Robert Lizardo, Otis B. Dreads, Mark Baca, Dan McDougal, John Potash, Audrey Holland, the UFC legend Rashad Evans, and you. Join us on set in the Austin, Texas area of McDade and Elgin. This film will be stunt-filled, fire, gore, explosions, and car wrecks. Contribute now to secure your spot as a producer. Join the cast, be an extra, promote your product, buy some amazing perks. A Toy Maker. A Toy Maker. A Toy Maker. A Toy Maker. The maker of toys, the Toy Maker. Don't mess with him, the bone breaker. He's always behind the good little boys and all the good little girls, but cross his path and you will end up a human marionette. A human marionette. A human marionette. A toy maker. 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 A toy maker.
That's awesome. That gets me so pumped up.
Yeah, gives it.
Madison, I think the last time I asked you about Madison, that one has not been casted yet. Do you have people in mind? You don't have to mention them, but do you have people in
Um,
mind for Madison? Because that's a very that's a big role.
yeah, I think that one we're gonna do auditions for. I think
Yeah,
she's such an important character. Like, you know, it's you and her are the main cast, right? So
yeah, that's going to be a an important character because. I guess it's safe to say she has zero fucks when it comes to this real estate mogul. She wants to go head on, and well,
yeah, she might
we'll,
have a few
we'll see how that works.
screws loose.
Yeah, definitely seems like she's got a few screws loose. Um, and she is one of the ones that was a child getting toys from Jack, like so many
Hmm.
other children. So there's kind of a little sentimental value to this toy store,
Oh, of
just
course.
like with the other kids, just like with the parents that grew up with this toy store. So
Hmm.
there's a lot of sentimental value, and Madison is no different. She just goes about it in a really, yeah, like you said, screw loose way.
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to be such an important character. Uh,
Yeah.
she's got to be crazy.
What
She's got
else?
to be like book too. Yeah.
Yeah. What is there any other? I mean, is there like any other characters that you need casted in case anybody is looking to get involved? Of course, we mentioned Madison. That one's going to have to be auditioned. Will you be putting out any kind of casting alert for anybody that wants to get involved? If there are, in fact, enough, I guess, cast left that needs to be casted to do so.
A lot of the cast is open for the Indiegogo right now. We're definitely going to need a number of business owners um, that the toy maker goes out and he's like, what's going on? Why why are you closing down shop? And
Yeah.
then they explain to you that they took the money, or they were threatened and they have to leave and close up shop.
Yeah, they were extorted,
So we need
yeah.
some business owners to fill those roles, which they can get on the Indiegogo campaign. We need Brenda, uh, who is Damien, the bad guy's personal assistant.
Mhm.
Um, we need her, and then we're open to casting more goons who get killed off, and then we need tons of families and kids that come in and out, because we're going to do some montages and stuff like that too. Time,
Mhm.
time lapses of people coming and going into the store. Their kids buying toys. Some of them will have lines. Some will just be extras. And kids walking down the street, that kind of thing. And yeah, so there's definitely a lot of roles open to be purchased on the Indiegogo for a lot of people.
Awesome. So, if you want to get involved, you want to get your pet involved, you want to get your kids
And
involved.
the pets, yeah, we need some. If you want Fluffy to be in the veterinarian area, we do it. Yeah. I was
Well,
just watching that trailer again too. Just seeing the guy falling out of the window. That's actually a scene where Deadeye um, kind of lunges and they just kind of move out of the way, and he goes right out of the window in the hospital scene. This reminds me of how Deadeye gets just absolutely trashed throughout the movie over and over and over again, just outsmarted. He has to actually go to the veterinarian's office to
yeah.
get repairs multiple times. Like he literally has to crawl there a couple times. 'Cause he's like this like assassin type character who's just really bad at
He's
it.
a punching bag,
He's a
man.
punching bag in the movie.
He's always and I guess that's where kind of that little bit
A little
of
bit of comedy.
humor
Yeah.
comes in because there was plenty of times reading through the script I laughed out loud,
Yeah.
serious out
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah. Gotta throw some comedy in there too.
That makes it fun, breaks the monotony because there are some, I guess you could say serious parts if you pay
Mhm.
attention to the story. If you really think about and put yourself in
I think it's
Jack's shoes,
yeah.
you can, I think you'll really be brought into the story rather quickly.
Yeah, I think it's a good balance of, a bit of drama, comedy, action.
Yeah, the stunts is what
Oh,
I'm really looking forward to seeing. The car stunts,
hmm.
uh, the different kills that are involved. Um,
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna add some more too. I think so.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, maybe if you get one of the perks, if you get involved in being in the film, hey, maybe you can get killed. Maybe
Yeah, maybe I'll add a
you can
perk
be a
where
goon.
we will set you on fire.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll add that one. You got to go do a little training with Mark first. But I don't know. We might have to get some insurance on that
I was gonna say, man, if you got somebody
one.
that gets that perk and has never done this before and
Signing an NDA.
gets a training session or two,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
all of a
Of course,
sudden
we'd
it's like,
have to do a training. We can't. Everything has to be done like extremely safe, and Mark is so good at that. So
yeah.
none of his people ever get hurt. So I'm sure maybe it's happened, but I've never heard of it. Anybody getting hurt?
Well, there you go. You are in safe hands with Mark and getting trained um, to what you need to do, and to be able to do a stunt in a movie. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, let's see. We want to drive a car through the side of an RV, then have a little explosion from that. We have when they take one of the cars away to try to hide it from the cops after they kill a goon. They blow it up. So there's that. I think we have a kind of some car chasey stuff too, kind of cut people off, things like that. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
one, I think I did write it in there. It's been a while since I've looked at the script, but one that kind of goes off the side of a ramp off a highway. Very Dukes of Hazzard stuff like that. And Mark actually works with John. What's his last name? Uh, one of the Dukes of Hazzard boys.
Oh yeah, yeah. Luke
Uh,
Wopat,
no, he played the actual Dukes of Hazzard in the original.
John Schneider.
John Schneider, yeah, that's it. Mark's done a couple movies with him down in New Orleans with the General Lee, and
That's
like
awesome. I grew up watching that show,
yeah,
man. That was one of my favorites. You don't know how many times as a kid I tried to slide across the roof only to be yelled, or the hood of the
oh,
car
we've
only
all
to
done it. You put a big
yeah,
dent in it. I've
right.
done it. Yeah. Where you like slide across and flip off, don't quite make the landing.
No, never hit the landing. No, I wouldn't even make it across the hood, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so he works with John on a couple of his movies, I think, and Mark acted in one of his movies actually. Um, so yeah, we're gonna do a couple Dukes of Hazzard like stunts with some cars too. Yeah, we're gonna have some
That's
fun.
awesome, man.
Yeah, we just got to raise the money. So I'm going to be sitting on my
And
computer
speaking of which,
for 60 days straight.
right.
Yeah.
For anybody, again, I keep repeating it because we have people popping in. For anybody just popping in, a Toy Maker Indiegogo went live this morning, about an hour and a half ago. Please hop over, check out the perks. Anything grabs you, pick up a perk, goes to help this awesome project. And if you can't donate and contribute financially, that's okay. You can do the next best thing, and you can share, share, share. Far and wide, spam the hell out of your friends. They'll get tired of seeing a toy maker pop up in their feed, and they'll go over there just, so everybody gets off their back. It's psychological, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun in this movie out in Texas. And, we want y'all to be a part of it. And, if we can successfully crowdfund this one, we have a ton more movies lined up that we want to do. Zombie westerns, zombie baby movies, Royal Flush Casino, Hell Hotel, Vampire in Vegas, that one we want to do in Vegas, and a bunch of other movies. Roller derby, zombie movies, crazy YouTube stunt people movies. Cyber Wasteland, Viking musicals. Eventually, that was it.
Viking musical. I
That was,
still can't
I
get
want to
over
shoot that one in Norway, though. I want to go to Norway and shoot it there with a
I'm
old
sure
Viking.
you could get a bunch of extras there that would just love
Oh
to
man,
be,
yeah,
Vikings.
Viking horror musical. I gotta send you that script. It's fun. You'd make a good Viking, actually, too. We're going to Norway, Otis.
All
We're going to
right, let's go, man.
Norway.
And again, we talked a lot about Six Wheels from Hell.
Yeah. Mhm.
And if you're a little apprehensive about donating to a film, because you don't know what it's going to look like, you don't want to donate money to somebody who's really not taking it serious and putting out a good product. Go check out Six Wheels from Hell. You can see what Evan
Mhm.
and Mark can do, the quality work they do, the quality, the stunts involved, and that alone will tell you what you're investing in when it comes to quality, everything about it. So that'll give you a good sense of what you're going to be donating to. So go check that out, and then hey, if you've already seen it, that you guys are putting out again really quality work that's enjoyable to watch. With your guys' work, you get horror, you get action, you get comedy, all in one fucking movie. You don't need to watch three different movies to get those. You get a lot of that out of your projects, past, present, and the ones you have coming up in the future. They all seem to have those qualities, and it makes for a very enjoyable watch.
Yeah, and all of our films get worldwide distribution. Six Wheels from Hell is on Amazon Prime. It's on Blu-ray. It's on DVD on Walmart.com.
Mm.
I haven't checked for a while, but it was on there. It's probably still on there. Maybe not. I don't know. And then, it ended up on Tubi, Screenbox, on like tons of different streaming platforms. Um, Last I checked, 60 different countries all over the world. And but same with all the projects that Mark went on to do. People Under the Stairs and this and that. They've all got worldwide distribution deals as well. And we're always evolving. We're always looking for new deals and better deals and things like that. And I've got some things in mind for this next one. Possibly the same people that put Terrifier out there in theaters and stuff like that. So we will talk to them, see if we can work something out.
Yeah, speaking of Terrifier, I actually got to film the proof of concept in Bill Diamond's studio up in New York. He worked on Terrifier 3.
Nice.
Uh, Actually has the Christmas tree from Terrifier 3 because
Nice.
we worked on this. I mean, it's got the decapitated head on top of the tree. They filmed some of that in his studio. There's still blood on the walls from Terrifier 3 there.
Nice.
Um,
I was going to work on Freddy versus Jason when I was younger, and I decided not to because I would have had to clean up the blood. And I heard from a lot of my friends in Vancouver. That was way back when I was just a production assistant, first starting out, and like my friends were like, "Oh, it was a great movie to work on, but oh my god, I was just cleaning syrup and red syrup off the walls for days and days and days."
I heard horror stories from Bill, filming in his studio. We put a good amount of blood on his floor there on the ground. It's concrete, so it came up
Yeah,
okay. But yeah, he said that's a pain in the ass. He said
yeah,
he's still got blood on there from a couple of years ago. That he still hasn't gotten off.
yeah. Oh, just reminded me of. I didn't get to see it when I was in Texas, but maybe I don't know. Maybe we can work it into this movie. Maybe not. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station is just around the corner from
I was
where.
going to say that's in Bastrop, ain't it?
I'm not sure if it's like. I think it's between Bastrop and Smithfield or something. I'm not sure. I didn't get to see it when I was there last
Yeah.
time, but I got to meet the guy who owned it, and so that's a possibility that maybe we can get the gas station in a cameo from
Yeah,
Texas
that
Chainsaw
was
Massacre in the in a Toy Maker in one of the car scenes or something. Driving
hmm
past it or something. I think that'd be cool to incorporate that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be awesome, man.
little Easter egg. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah. That's awesome, man. Did we miss any points that we really wanted to point out? Tim says I'm comical, but been playing bad guys lately.
Nice. Hey Tim, how's it going?
Um, Trying to think if we left anything out. Share, share, share. I'm gonna keep drilling that in your head. I think if you say it 3 times, if you repeat it 3 times, it sticks in after that. It's some kind of mind control bullshit or something.
Right.
Uh, so yes, share, share, share. Pick up a perk, um, and help us bring this to life. Again, you are not going to be disappointed. Check out Six Wheels from Hell, and you'll see just what you can expect quality wise from a toy maker. A great story. I think a lot of people will be able to relate to Jack and maybe even relate to Madison because she has a little bit of a, like you said, a screw loose side,
Mhm.
but I think deep down, she also has, a lot of love for Jack.
Okay.
She's a compassionate person, but pushed too far, and you're threatening her childhood. You're threatening Jack's livelihood and his ability to retire and live a good life. You're gonna see another side of a happy, jolly old guy like Jack and his lovely little assistant, Madison. Back them into a corner and hey, back a dog into a corner, see what happens. He's gonna bite. He's
Right.
gonna come out biting.
Hmm.
And that's what Jack and Madison do for
Yeah.
sure.
She's loosely based on my stepdaughter Madison, actually. But my stepdaughter isn't crazy, but
Oh, okay. Okay. She didn't
wonderful,
get those traits
wonderful,
from Madison.
no,
Okay.
no, wonderful, wonderful human being. So, yeah, it's her name's Madison too, so it's based on her.
So there's a little fun fact. It was inspired by your stepdaughter. Not the crazy part.
Not the crazy part because she's not crazy. She's
Yeah.
a wonderful, wonderful kid. 16 now, driving a car. I grew up so fast. Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I'm a grandfather already. Um, but yay, man, that's this is going to be so much fun. I hope that everybody is as excited about this project as we are. Um, Really starting to move forward with the Indiegogo. Things are really starting to come together. Again, you're going to be looking for a Madison. If any of you young actresses out there would like to be a part, this one is one that's going to need to be auditioned, a self tape, I'm assuming. Um, and because this is a very integral role,
Yeah.
you will be my sidekick in helping fend off the goons and the evil real estate guy.
Yeah.
Uh, so a very big role. Leads, me and, Madison, who plays Madison, will be, the big ones, the ones at the top. And when we're going to kick some ass. So, uh, if anybody is listening or sees this after the live ends and is maybe interested in knowing more about Madison, um, should they how should they contact you? Just to put their name, plant that seed in your head. Hey, I'm interested whenever you're ready to cast.
You can email me at evanallendirector@gmail.com. That's EVANALLEN, director@gmail.com. We can leave a link to my Facebook in the comments too. I've already left the link for the Indiegogo in the comments. Yeah. And yeah, feel free to reach out to me. And also, too, I understand some people really want to do something. They might not have enough for a perk or something. I can always specialize perks for people if they can't afford this or can't afford that. Just talk to me, and we will make something happen for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it already seems like I'm gonna really like working with you and Mark. We've talked before on a podcast. You and Mark were on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, You guys are really awesome guys. A lot of directors out there want to jump right in and hurry up, and make a movie and rush it. And the final project shows that. If you want a good film out there that people are going to enjoy and people are going to support you later on with future projects, well, you got to take your time.
Yeah,
You can't rush these things. You have to get your ducks in a row. I don't even know where my fucking ducks are. I think one's locked up. I'm not sure. I got a collect call. I just didn't accept it. Um, yeah. You really have to have everything prioritized. And yeah, finances are always a big deal. When
that's the
it comes.
biggest obstacle every time. That's the only thing. That's.
That's the biggest obstacle for us 9 to 5 filmmakers,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And that's why we keep, driving it home to, give us a hand if you can, pick you up a perk. If you can't, again, share, share, share. Hopefully, it is ingrained in your head because I've probably said it about 18 times in the past hour and a half.
Yeah,
Um,
and we have a lot of fun on our sets too. It's chill. I'm just super chill for a director, and I like to have music playing, and I like to have a good time. And I like everyone that comes to set, no matter what role you're is. We're all equal on set, dude.
Oh,
And
absolutely. I was always told, there's no small part. Every part is intricate to the story.
yeah, and I think I mean, my 25 years in film, whatever it's been since '99, 26 years. Um, I started in the locations as a production assistant and moved over to the art department and props and set decks and even security at some points, and then prop master for a long time, and then writer director. So I've done different roles. I've seen everything. I've seen how important every single role is on a film set.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
there's
you know,
many gears in motion and they all have to be working in sync for
mhm.
things to flow, good.
Yeah,
And
every person makes it happen. Even when I was, a production assistant, just locking down a parking lot. If I didn't reserve those spots for them at 3 in the morning, they wouldn't be able to park. Like
exactly,
simple little
right.
things like that. Like, and sometimes in Hollywood, people at the bottom didn't get treated very well, but not on my sets. We're all equal. and
I've had
there's no
I've
bad
had
ideas either. So.
yeah, I've had really good experiences so far on sets. I know you're gonna run into some where it's like, God, I'll never work with that guy again. But I haven't hit that point yet. I've been very fortunate so far to work on sets where it was comforting. Um, People were very, receptive, and they really wanted to make sure that they got the best performance out of you as possible. And
Mm-hmm.
that's, as an actor, that's what you're there to do. Um, it's awesome to have a very relaxed set. I think it keeps the morale up. It
Mm-hmm.
keeps things flowing good. Um, Camaraderie on the set, especially with scene partners. I'm sure whoever plays Madison on set, I'll be working very close with you. We have a lot of dialogue, and I want to make sure that there's a good mesh. You really connect with Jack and Madison because they're partners in crime, even though Jack don't really want to get into all that stuff. Um,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah,
gonna be
and sorry,
no,
and
no, go ahead. I was done.
yeah, with the Indiegogo, it's a little different too, right? Because you know, in Hollywood, it's like 1,000 people audition to get that role. Indiegogo, you just buy your role. You completely bypass the audition thing, except for a few people we picked, of course, and then the ones
Sure.
in this culture. Um, so it gives people the opportunity to be in a movie that they might not have ever had the chance to do, right? And then, so we're going to be working with people with all different levels of acting as well. And that's as a director, we're going to work with every single person that comes on set, no matter what their experience is, and we will get the best performance out of them, and through patience and just coaching as we go, kind of thing. So
And
it's good.
that's what, somebody who is not, been in many film projects really needs. And it makes you feel accepted. Like, and I've been on sets where I'm like, oh, I got a little bit of anxiety, and I get on there and don't know a whole lot of people. I'm like, um, and but that didn't last long. Some of the scene partners I had are coming out. Come on, let's go practice. Let's run through our lines real quick. And then next thing you know, everything just kind of calmed down, and I felt relaxed. If you're all uptight because one, the director's being an asshole, or you have problems with cast or crew, and you're uptight, you're not going to give your best performance. And
Oh yeah, of course, right.
it's going to show through.
Yeah, and people have bad days too, and
Well,
everyone,
sure. Yeah.
things like that. But no, we're just out there to make a really good movie and have fun doing it.
And bottom line, yeah,
So.
bottom line. Anything you want to add? We're coming up on 2 hours that we have been here talking nothing but Toy Maker and your projects. And don't forget, once more, Indiegogo live right now.
Um, we just want to make a good movie. So come on out, support the project, be in the movie in one form or another, or be a producer or an executive producer. Come direct the scene with me. Man, there's so much stuff. Learn some stunts from Mark and then do them in the movie. Uh,
That's a
let's have
great
some
part.
fun. I know. Yeah, I don't think that one's been done. We did
I
definitely,
haven't yet.
but
No, I haven't
yeah,
heard of any project having where you can get trained to do stunts and then be in the movie doing a stunt,
yeah.
driving, precision driving, or whatever. Hey, come on down to Texas. We'll set your ass on fire.
I know, right? I think
If
I'm gonna
that
add that.
isn't a
I'm gonna
selling
add that
point,
one.
I don't know what is.
I'm gonna work on that one when we get off this thing. I'm gonna add the "we will set you on fire" thing. I should probably talk to Mark first, right?
Yeah, right. That'll get flagged by like Indiegogo and harm your.
Yeah, well, I'll have to talk to him about that one first. But yeah,
Yeah.
if not, we'll set Mark on fire again. He loves it. He's offered to set me on fire multiple times, so that I've turned it down. But you know,
I'd really have to make sure my dreads are covered up if I ever. These things are
right.
like candle
Yeah,
wicks,
you are
man.
flammable. You are flammable.
Extremely. I got a lot of hair on me, man. I mean, I'll go up like a piece of toilet paper.
Alrighty. I guess we'll wrap this up, but and then I gotta sit here for 2 months messaging people and get this movie made.
Awesome.
Raise some money so we can make this badass movie, and then a bunch more after that.
Because this is going to be a badass movie. And I'm going to say it again. If you can't contribute financially, please share it around. Share it to all the groups you may be a part of that supports the indie horror community. Any horror groups that you're involved in, you have our blessing to take and send it and promote this Indiegogo campaign as much as possible. And if you would like to inquire about my sidekick in the movie, Madison Moon, you can email Evan at Evan Allen Director, EVANALLEN, Director at Gmail. Hit you up on your socials as well.
Yep.
Yeah, Evan Allen is his Facebook. I don't know what other socials you have, but
Facebook's the main one. I have
Yeah.
Instagram and X, but I rarely use those.
yeah, same. I hardly ever use Instagram. I use Facebook for all my promoting. Get a hold of Evan if you want to
MySpace,
be.
I would still.
Huh?
If I could use MySpace, I would still.
Dude, I liked MySpace. You could go to your page and have music playing.
Customize it. It was great. Yeah.
The old days. You youngins probably never heard of MySpace, but trust me. That was back when all this was farmland.
Oh my god, I can already tell we're gonna have such a great time on set. Just chatting with you.
Oh yeah, man.
Halfway across the country right now. Oh man, my face hurts.
All right. So thank you, everyone who watched this live, and for those who will be watching in the future. This is going to be a great project. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You guys have a great day. Today is Friday. You guys have a great weekend, and don't forget, please share. Even if you do support financially, share it anyway. Just share. No matter what you personally do, just share it. And with that, any last words, Evan?
Thank you, everybody. I can't wait to see you on set.
Boom. You guys have a great day.
Do you feel blame? Are you mad? Do you feel like Woods Kebab's referendum? Get friends, Google,